Hi, I'm Jared, and today I want to go through the accessories that are available for the ePrep workstation. I'll explain what they are, how they are used, and when you might use them. All the accessories I'm about to talk about can be added at any time to the ePrep, and they're fully integrated into the software. They provide a user with more flexibility and cater for a wide range of applications, as we're about to see. So let's get on with it. So the first one I'll talk about are the adapter plates. So adapter plates which fit directly onto the deck means we can have a wide range of containers with different volumes and available for most common auto samplers. So many of you will recognise this one's for the Agilent GC and GC MS auto samplers. We've also got ones such as these, which we can put larger tubes in, and also auto sampler racks, for example, Waters, LC, and also Shimadzu LC adapter plates, which can handle the racks directly onto the deck. We've also got an accessory which can accept up to 5 sample jars for solvents. So each of these jars can handle 50 mils of solvent. So this is very useful if you've got a very extensive workflow that requires a lot of solvent, up to 250 mils. Now we've got an aqueous workstation which works beautifully, but when you've got these jars, you could, for example, prime the ePrep to actually do an organic wash. So if you're using, for example, hexane as a solvent, then we could actually aspirate hexane from one jar and use another jar to dispense the waste hexane. Maybe then wash with isopropanol, which is miscible with both hexane and water, before going to the aqueous wash station. Very useful accessory. Also, we've got a solvent manifold. So if that's not enough solvent, we can go to the solvent manifold. It's got 10 ports, and each port can be connected directly to a large solvent container. So for example, a litre, even up to 4 litres. With these 10 ports, there's a valve in each port, which means the syringe can be directed onto the port, aspirated, and dispensed into another port without the syringe having to go back home and come back. So it saves a lot of time. So that's the manifold, the solvent manifold. We've also got a vortex mixer. So this is located directly on the deck. We've got the Shimadzu rack sitting on top of it. So this is extremely useful, especially if you're doing preparation directly into auto sampler vials. You'd want to mix between each step. When this is incorporated into the ePrep and the software, you'll see parameters come up such as the shake speed, the shaking time, and so forth. So any direct auto sampler preparation, the vortex mixer is really a recommendation. We've also got a heater cooler, and the vials actually sit directly into this, and this can be directed to a water bath for temperature control, or it can be directly inserted into a Peltier cooler heater with a temperature range of 3 to 70 degrees. So if you've got a situation where the vials need direct thermostat in, we can provide that for you. Also, often in especially LC chromatography, the sample needs to be filtered to make sure you remove any particulates. So there's a filter accessory that can house up to 70 filters, and part of the ePrep workflow, this is the special syringe we use for the filters. The syringe comes to the container, aspirates the liquid, the syringe removes the needle, goes to a filter, dispenses into a container. The filter then is removed into a waste station, and the syringe can be returned then directly into the ePrep. The next one is the solid phase micro extraction cartridges. So with a special syringe, we can do micro solid phase extraction. So this is a very small unit, as you can see. So in this cartridge we could have a pack-in such as a C18 reverse phase pack-in for sample cleanup. It's very small pack-in at 3 micron. There's a micro valve in here, which means we can aspirate bypassing the pack-in and then dispense through the pack-in. So once that's incorporated into the ePrep workstation, we can do direct sample cleanup and automate that. But you might have a situation where, as part of your methods, you're already using solid phase extraction cartridges such as these, so the ePrep can also accommodate these. So many of you will recognise this as a very common sort of cartridge. So this is vacuum controlled for very constant flow rates, and once that unit is incorporated into the ePrep, we can do things like activate, condition, load, wash, and elute steps, and these are all fully integrated into the ePrep workflow. And the last one I want to talk about is the syringe interface, which is called the eDirect, and this allows the ePrep workstation, usually it sits over here, to directly inject into a detector such as a photodiarrhea detector or even a mass spec. And I'll show you a very short video now of how that works.